Hey folks, how's it going? So, I know I haven't done an actual just random video of what's been going on in my life, so I figure I'd do something right now. I am out alone, hiking in the woods, and I know this specific area where I'm at. It's not too far away from my house, and I've been here, I don't know, probably a good 15 times now, so very familiar with this immediate terrain, and I'm not going to be going anywhere else. But if you can see behind me, I'm just here walking out on the bed, I believe it's called, the bedrock or the stone that's all over here, um, and just enjoy nature. It's extremely quiet. We have an amazing day. It's a beautiful spring day out here. See, I'm out in the sun. It's bright. Just some scattered clouds, and I'm just out going for a nice little walk in nature. It's pretty great because you sit down, find a nice little cool shady spot to sit down in, and be quiet, and you start hearing the animals roaming around and stuff. And I do got to be careful because there are moose out and about. I haven't seen one personally, but they're out. And I don't want to startle one, especially if it has a kid with them. So I don't think that was it, but that was a pretty loud noise I just heard. Anyways, so out and about, checking out things, seeing what's new for the springtime. This is my first time, first springtime in this area for me, so this is pretty nice. This is my, yeah, actually, it's my first spring in Norway, and so far I'm enjoying it. One thing I was a little worried about is allergies, and luckily I haven't experienced anything like that. Did have a cold for a couple days, which maybe thought could have been allergies. I'm hearing more weird noises. Anyways, but it's been really good otherwise. So I've been fortunate with that because I did have a lot of allergies. I know in California I had some pretty bad allergies, and then moving up to Oregon area, actually I did pretty well. So I guess this is nice. Trying to get to a better light area here. There we go. This is pretty nice. Not experiencing anything. There's a couple students that in my Norwegian class that they're experiencing pretty bad allergies. And I feel bad for them because I know what it's like. But and they're just sniffling and sneezing every single day, and they're not sick. You can tell they're not sick, and it's just kind of miserable for them. Hopefully they get used to it or find some kind of medicine to help them out with that. But yeah, so I'm enjoying springtime here. It's beautiful, and I wanted to show you something. This is something that I've really become excited about. It's almost getting time for all of this area, which is a very, very native thing to Norwegian landscape. It's everywhere, and if you're not too sure what you're looking at there, all that green, that's blueberries. That's wild blueberries, and they're everywhere. Everywhere you go, you know, when you're walking on trails. Here's some right down here, on trails, off trails. There's blueberries everywhere, and so within the next few months here, I think my wife said August, possibly, they'll all be ripened and ready to pick, and you're free to pick as many as you like and eat them up, and they're delicious. They actually are, to me, I don't know, the last ones I tried last year, they were sweeter than what I've been used to in stores. They're smaller. I'm used to these giant monster, you know, probably genetically modified berries, so these are smaller, real, natural, wild berries, and they're amazing. They're great. There are also tons and tons of little patches of strawberries, wild strawberries, which are also a lot smaller. There are some right outside our house, so I'm hoping that we get those before the animals do, because I want to try those. And there's also another berry, and I'm trying to think what the name is called right now. It's very, very special to Norway. In English, they translate it to cloudberry. I'm going to have to put it down in this description there. I can't remember what it's called at the moment. Starts with an M. I know that. And I'm going to be hated on. It's like, well, how can you not know the berry? But anyways, it looks like a raspberry. They're you know, if you're familiar with the raspberry or boysenberry, blackberries, they're that shape with actually little, you know, smaller pieces all together, clumped together. But they're like a golden orange color. And they're delicious. I really enjoy them. They're a little bit more tart than a raspberry or something like that. They're really good, and the neat thing is they don't grow on a big thorny bush like raspberries do. They grow on very small little clumps on the ground. Like, they're not here. We don't have them here as far as I know, but like it would be like in this little area right here. So it would just be like a tiny little plant, maybe no wider than my hand, a few leaves and stuff with a couple little groups of berries, and then there'll be several groups of those. And from what I've been told, they're very difficult to find. So when you do find them, um, there's a couple rules. One, you cannot pick them if they're not ripe. From what they keep telling me is that it's actually, I think they said it's against the law. You're not to pick them if they're not ripe. Also, depending on where you are, there's certain areas that if you're not a resident of that immediate area, you're also not allowed to pick them. Because of how small and how small of, or how little of a yield, I guess, the plants are, they, they are worried about them becoming extinct. If you over pick them and, not planting new stuff, then, yeah, they're going to be gone. So they say, one, if they're not ripe, you're not allowed to pick them. Also, if you see them, you're not allowed to pick all of them. You have to leave a few behind. So that's a little tough, obviously, because if you come by and you pick, say you pick half of them, and then somebody else comes by and they pick half, and so on, and then the last person, they only see one left, they may pick it, and that kind of kills out that little area. So you gotta pick them. I think if I were to see them, I'll pick one, and if there's a clump of them and they're ready to go, I'll pick one and spread it, just spread the seeds around because I like them and I want to see more of them. So we'll see. I heard that they were extremely hard to cultivate, so growing them out on your own, actually trying to plant them somewhere else and growing them, it's not that easy. So maybe I'll study them. Maybe I'll find a way to do that, and that'll be a good thing. Probably not, though. But anyways, that was another nice thing that I'm getting excited to find. I did find one last year when we went on that big hike up the mountain. So maybe I'll go up there if we're back in the area. That'll be nice. So other than that, yeah, just enjoying it. Just wanted to give you a heads up what's going on. Everything's good, and show you through the area. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this little update, and until next time, ha det bra. See you later.